did the smiles go to?
And I said something to them.
They ignore me.
What happened to our smiles?
I feel like smiling to me means connection. Social media, for one. Like, that is the biggest smile snatcher.
Because literally, we put so much attention into what people would think.
And they don't care.
The worst kind of regret is the kind of regret where you know that I could have stuck to what I love doing.
I was in this class, 200 plus people. I felt so alone. And if you're not grateful for anything, then you need to go see a therapist.
Hey, welcome to Would You Smile? I'm Botor, your host for this show. Would You Smile is a podcast initiated with one question. Where did the smiles go to? What happened to our smiles? Did they just vanish? Or did something abruptly cut it short? You know, in between life, work, love, and relationships. Smiles vanish and smiles return. And we're here to know why. So join me as I welcome our esteemed guests. A person who has served as a club leader, a person of high eloquence and diligence, Anna Sophia. Sophia, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
It's lovely to have you on the show today.
It is lovely to be here.
So, Anna Sophia, I want to ask you a question. What does smiling mean to you?
I feel like smiling to me means connection. Whenever I walk around and I smile at people, you know, there's not that expectation of getting it back because there are times I don't receive it back. But it's with the purpose of trying to make other people feel seen and like, hey, I'm here and I see you as an individual and I'm trying to, I don't know, alive your day, just bring some kind of happiness.
That was very beautiful. So, when is the last time you had a real smile? Like, when is the last time you're like, ooh, let me just smile this shit out. Like, this is so amazing. I just have to smile.
I think every day.
Ooh.
I can't say, yeah, well, you know, there are days that are harder than others.
True.
But I don't understand the need to just bring out a smile for specific occasions. You know, like I think, of course, you know, when people are sad, maybe not the right time. But yeah, like there's not a time and space and date where you should only smile. I think it can be brought out any day, anytime. Also, I love to make jokes, so I'm always making myself smile.
I literally love your smile so much.
It is hard not
It's
to like
making
it.
me smile. Wow.
Yay, yeah.
I love that. Anyways, let's now dive in deep. So, you're a club leader over at the BRC,
Blue group.
Blue Group.
Yes.
I love the name, the Blue Group. Ooh,
Me too.
It's a very beautiful name. Who brought up the name?
I don't know. This club was created in 2013 by now previous alumni, but it was to create a space for, you know, immigrant impacted students here on campus. There's not many of us. So, you know, really having a space for us to feel not just community, but also visibility is very important. So I'm very grateful for my past alumni to have created this club. Otherwise, I would probably not have the same connections I do today.
That's amazing. So, how have you navigated? So, before I proceed, the theme is where have the smiles gone to? Work and purpose. How have you navigated through students coming to meet you and asking you where do they fit? And how can they smile where they fit?
Well, no one's ever asked me that.
Okay?
But when I meet people and maybe they are trying to get connected with Blue Group or they are just trying to find a community, you know, what I find very, very important is to smile at them and make them feel welcome. What does that mean for me? maybe a little bit of teasing, maybe a little bit of joking. But most of the time, and I say most as a 90%, it comes out beautiful. And again, they are a part of our team,
Yeah.
whether that's Blue Group or the Blue Resource Center. And that's very enjoyable and makes me feel like I did my job. And also, because they start becoming more involved and such, they find their own group of friends. You know, I can't say that every single person that has come into the Blue Resource Center searching for a community has stayed with us, but we were definitely an entrance to them finding their other communities, which I love. They don't have to stick with me. That's fine.
Wow. Wow. I love that. So, what would you say your academic journey has contributed to you smiling and doing your job?
Well, my smell has been there for 23 years, so thankfully. But, I came to Western thinking I wanted to do psychology and finished my whole first year, joined Blue Group my sophomore year. And, I was already a club leader. And I decided to take Leadership 101, and it really changed my perspective and has led me to where I am today with, a concentration which has a lot of leadership involved. But having been a club leader when I took that class, it really made me think of myself differently of, okay, what is it that I'm trying to accomplish in this world? Like, what is my purpose? And whenever I think back to my high school experience, I was happy. I had my group of friends. Whatever. But I remember my last 2 years, I had a lot of struggle trying to figure out what my purpose in life was. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't, like, what is the point of me being here? I have so much life to live. Like, this fucking sucks. But I was able to find that after doing leadership and being involved in a club, and I wanted to develop my own skill set as well as my abilities in leadership. And so that really ignited this passion of, yes, create community. What does it mean to create community? And how do you achieve that when everybody's ideas are different? But how do you align that with something that can be doable for everybody? So yeah, I haven't stopped doing leadership since 2022, and I've loved it.
I love that. I love it when someone with leadership capacity is actively smiling and trying to embody the smiles and share it to the ones they are bringing up. Is literally very good. It kind of creates a very good flow in society. So from the leader to the followers, right? So once the leader is smiling, the rest are smiling.
Yeah,
It makes the day better.
you set the tone.
You
You
set
set
the
the tone. Like there are so many spaces where maybe people are not welcomed when they first get in, but it all has to do with the culture of the space. I'm sure you have cultivated a very loving and friendly environment here, as well as bringing out smiles from your peers. But it's about that. What kind of culture do you want to create in a space? And the culture I want to create is lighthearted. And what does lighthearted mean? I'll smile at you. Maybe I will take things serious, but not everything has to be serious.
Yes.
So
I feel that way too. Like, work has become such a menace to
a
smiles.
chore.
Like, for me, like, okay, I work, right? But when I work, I try to tell myself, this is my passion.
Yeah.
And you cannot be frowning when you're doing something you love.
Yeah.
So what I always like tell people around me is that if you're doing anything and it takes away this from your face, stop it. It basically means you're dying. You're not progressing. You're actively killing yourself day by day by doing something that removes the smile from your face.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
You know that saying of, would you rather work, I guess, your hobby, have your hobby be your job, or would you rather work something else so that you can maintain happiness within your hobby? Does that make sense? So there are people that believe that doing your hobby as a job will make you not like it anymore. But there are others who believe that doing your hobby as a job will bring you pure happiness, as you said.
Okay, I actually love that question. You know, I love the question because that question basically dives into the real aspect of life. Now, doing what you love, as long as it's what you love, would make you happy, and if you know how to do what you love very well, would make you successful. So anyone that says doing what you love will make you not like it anymore is literally stating false news. And we already have enough of false news on over the world right now. We don't need more, right? So personally, I would say do what you love, continue doing it. If someone discourages you to continue to stop doing that stuff, ignore the person. People will always talk.
Yeah.
They haven't stopped talking since the ADs, you know. So why would they stop talking now? So basically, do what you love, keep on doing what you love. Do not settle for what you hate. Because the moment you settle for what you hate, you have set yourself up for destruction.
Yeah.
Like the worst kind of regret is the kind of regret where you know that I could have stuck to what I love doing. Rather, I chose this I hate. And now I pay for it in the days I am old.
I agree.
So personally, I feel anyone, no matter who you were, stick to what you love and try your best to do that thing that you love to the very best. Because you're literally a human, and as humans, we have the capacity and capability to be exponentially better with each day we do the thing we're doing. So why not do what you love and become the best at it?
Yeah.
Because okay, let's push this back a bit. Perspectives. I'm so sorry. I need you to talk, but I kind of want to just talk.
No, you're
But
so fine.
the perspectives, right? Human perspectives are so broad and vast. Two people cannot have the exact same perspective at the exact same time. It doesn't work unless something's wrong. So if we love the same thing, right? And I might have my own perspective on that thing. You have your own perspective on that thing, and I develop my own perspective on that thing to the utmost, and you develop your own perspective on that thing to the utmost. There is nothing like you took my own spots because each have our own individual roles to play in the collective goal of making humanity a better place, making Earth a more habitable and a more conducive environment for everyone. Children, adults, teenagers, youths, college students, elders. Understand? So now I throw the question at you. Do you think a purposeful life involves, or do you think the journey of a purposeful life is more important than the end?
Completely. I think so many people focus on the end. Like, I meet so many people, which beautiful. I mean, you have privilege, whatever, but they are just studying something to make a lot of money. And I understand that, we live in a capitalistic society. Money doesn't necessarily mean happiness. Maybe you could buy it. Who knows, right? But they hate what they do. And it's like, why? Like, you're focused on this that you don't even know if you're going to achieve because everything is rapidly changing rather than feel like you're actually doing something worthwhile. And I think that's where I got so stuck, of like, damn, like, what is my end goal? Like, what am I trying to achieve here? And I think it's good to, in a way, create like a, not necessarily expectation, but have something that you look forward to in the sense that what I want to do is I want to leave an impact, right? But I think when people set goals that are very, like, again, creating this very black and white expectation of what you should achieve or what you should have done, like, leaving an impact may sound really big, but as long as I leave an impact on one person, I've done my thing and I can continue doing that, like, why should it end with one person? But also, why should I try to say, oh, I'm gonna make an impact on the world and I'm gonna blah blah, like, it doesn't work like that. And I think if you create this goal that can be achievable and doesn't necessarily create expectations that are unrealistic, I think it can really support and help you into creating a purpose for your own life.
I love that like perspective you like added. I didn't think of it in that way, believe me. Right? You know what I was thinking? Like, I was just thinking like, okay, the journey is the goal. Like everything I've like told people, I'm like, the journey is the goal. But this perspective really adds like more light to me. 'Cause I was kind of giving one like two of my friends advice like a couple of days ago. I was like, ignore what's gonna happen like at the end. Because realistically, if what happened in the middle isn't good, the end is bullshit. So I was like, focus very well on the journey, make your journey as good as possible, and don't forget, make sure the smile is in the journey. It makes the journey better. But this your perspective of having something to look forward to, in addition to walking the journey. I love it.
Yeah. Well, and also I think people forget. I mean, as you said, enjoy the journey, right?
Yeah.
And it teaches you so many things. Again, like I wouldn't be where I am if I hadn't taken a class that just shifted my mindset. But also all the other classes that I didn't see value in them, they still impacted me in some kind of way, right? And so it's like even though there was a middle part or the first 2 years where I was like, why am I going to college? I don't know what I want to study. It was still very meaningful and purposeful to what I ended up doing now and what I'll end up doing in the future.
Very, very true. You know, I feel as people we should strive more towards enjoying each and every moment of our lives while actively striving towards the end goal. Because at some point in time, you basically you're like, oh, time has passed.
Yeah, and it passes by
And it
fast.
passes by so so fast. And that's like, if you lose time, you can't regain it. So try your best, actively, push through your goals while making sure your smile is on your face. Because for me, I feel a smile makes a journey better. And better in the sense that it is more fruitful and fulfilling. Because you weren't nagging along the way. You did not miss opportunities that came to you that people that nag would not see. You are at your most cheerful and enjoying the journey.
Yeah.
And you got to the destination with a power-packed entrance. It basically makes it better.
I agree.
So I would ask you this question now. What do you think happened that caused a major shift in smiles with the perspective of work and purpose?
I talked about, oh, not every day is perfect, blah, blah, blah. And I've had days where I'm like, screw smiling. I don't care. I hate everybody, blah, blah. I become cynical in a way. And I've noticed that when I get in that mood, it's because it's so easy. It's so easy to not smile. It's so easy to not care. It's so easy to not make conversation with other people. And I think we have fallen in a time and society where conveniency is your go-to. Things have to be convenient. Otherwise, why would I fucking do it? Right? And so I think smiling, you have to use muscles in order to smile. And I think people get so stuck with, why do I care? That they just don't do it. Also, we do live in the PNW. Thank you. But yeah, I think so many people are so stuck in their head of maybe it's, scared of judgment, shame, their own feelings, etc. But it's just so much easier to not care. And I think that's it's a dilemma that a lot of people have. And I may be guilty of it sometimes. But it's a matter of putting in effort. Every day you have the chance to make a choice of whether you will smile, whether you will go out and socialize, whether you will meet someone new, etc., right? You have a choice to make of whether you want to smile or not, and if that can make an impact on others or not. And I remember, I think it was middle school, but we had this one person come into our class, and we were doing, it was like emotional stuff. I don't know. I don't remember, but all I remember was they made us smile for a minute, and that automatically brings a smile to your face. If you're not happy, it's kind of like the fake it till you make it type deal. And sometimes that's what some people need in order to be dragged out of a hole that they didn't know they were in. Sometimes you have to fake it till you make it, but not in a way where you're sacrificing yourself every day, right? It's in a way where your capacity is still good, where you feel like you are doing this for a reason and not just aimlessly going through life.
Wow. Wow. I don't- like, I every day I kind of wake up right? I hear someone give me a new reason to smile.
That's beautiful.
And you have given me a new reason to smile for another 100 years.
I
Believe
love
me,
that.
because you have basically like made me understand that if you forfeit it, you'd make it.
Well, not all the time, okay? Just keep that in mind. But yeah, it does help for sure.
Personally, let's personally, I feel that saying or statement is very correct when it comes to smiling. I have smiled at someone for no reason,
Yeah.
and the person is like, "Oh my goodness!"
No,
And the
I love
person
that. I'm
just
like,
smiled.
woo, at Western, I got someone to smile and they're not my friend. Shit.
That's like one of the best things that you can have in this life is like making someone's day. Like, there's nothing better than actively trying to make sure someone else, not yourself, someone else is okay. Like someone else is basically like, bro, this is man. That feeling is so enormous.
It is. It really is.
It's so good. Like, personally, like for me, when I go to like do like my interviews and the rest, I try to not be the person in the picture. Right? I try to remove myself from the frame entirely and give them the whole stage.
Yeah.
I don't want them to be asking me questions because
Nope.
I want them to hear. I want the world to hear that this person has a voice. This person has a smile, like to show. You know, it makes them feel heard.
Yeah, it makes them feel important.
Yes, and it relates to purpose. It gives them a purpose to smile. And once you said fake it, you make it, right? Once you get a fake purpose, you get a real purpose.
Yeah, completely.
So
It's the power of the mind.
yeah, people's I feel like nowadays in like our new generation, some people like they have clogged their mind so much that they don't want to see like the reason to embrace that smiling mentality, or like that smile. But imbibing what you said, fake it till you make it, and the fact that another person can smile at them will help them a lot. There are lots of people that are like fully down in like depression, despair, that need your smile. So
Yeah.
basically, no, your smile could be the reason someone else gets out of depression. So if people want like depression is bad. Smile. Like you use your smile to fight the depression. You let your smile be the sun in the winter.
Yeah.
Like it should highlight the fact that there is humanity and there is energy and there is love in the world. Like today is Western Gift Day, right?
Yeah.
Like when I like at midnight yesterday, someone sent me a DM on my Instagram. I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" He sent me their groups. I won't say the group name, but the person sent me the group flyer. I was like, "Ooh, this is very nice." And literally, I had no idea of Western Kids. Like, I was kind of very busy. I literally did not like check anything. But the person sent it at midnight, and I was awake at midnight. I was getting ready to go to bed, and I was like, "Wow." So there's a day dedicated to showing love. I burst out into a smile. Like I was
Aw.
so happy that there's a day dedicated to like making sure everyone feels loved.
Okay, so you love Valentine's. Is that what I'm hearing?
You
Ah, come on now. It's a day of love and friendship.
yeah. Okay.
Ah, whatever.
Whatever. I personally I love the fact that Valentine's is a day to like embrace love, show love.
Yeah, but you should do that every day. I do
You
agree
should
with
do it
that.
every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
I'm like, why should there be a designated day?
Yeah.
But maybe some friends, forget.
True. But I watched a video
Eh.
on Instagram and a lady, someone was talking to a lady and the lady was like, and the person asked, "Do you have Valentine miss?" And the lady was like, "Honey, every day is Valentine's." Ooh,
Yeah.
I felt that like from the screen. I was like, ooh,
Made you shiver. Ooh.
man, that was so. It's so heartwarming when you hear people being genuine and living that genuine life without the fear of being pushed aside.
Mm-hmm.
They have enough
Confidence?
confidence in themselves to stand alone and to smile and move in the storm. Like, one of the main reasons I brought you on show was because of how much I saw your smiles.
Aw.
You know,
Aw.
the
You have a
first,
picture of it or what?
you know, just frame a picture and like put it.
Ah.
But the first day I saw you and we talked, I was like, wow.
Wow, they be
person-
smiling.
This person has the kind of smile and energy I want the world to hear about.
Yeah, you guys better be touched by me.
Are you guys hearing?
Are you guys touched by me?
You must be, because I am. Believe me. So like I just like really wanted like someone that would give a perspective that's not mine on why they should smile and work. And you have done
Amazing.
amazing. Okay, let's go back to business.
Right. You're forgetting.
Okay, so basically now let's move over to the student life and marriage life. What do you think could be done that would increase the fake it till you make it?
That's hard. That's a really hard question. Simply because, well, I am just one person out of 15,000 students. And everyone has had such different experiences, just, ideas, opinions, that I think it's really hard to try and generalize a solution for making people for allowing students or just people to smile genuinely. But I think this is just, part of a larger thing, because, it's not just Western where students have lost their smile,
Yep.
right? It's everywhere. And, there are a lot of external factors that go into it, right? Social media, for one. That is the biggest smile snatcher. Because what do you mean I am not as good as this other person in my mind, right? Because that person may not even feel like that. But again, I think it's just so much judgment. And I can't say I don't judge. But yeah, I wouldn't be able to answer that. I would have to do a lot of sociology research.
Okay, I'm sorry to cut it short. So, guys, I want you to understand this, right? This for everyone listening, hearing this, watching this.
Yeah, if you have a solution, let us know.
Actually, let us know. I would love, email me. I would love to actually know a solution that would really bring about a change that would help everyone at large.
But you gotta have citations. Because what is proving your point?
Exactly. You have to prove your point, If you don't prove it.
Yeah.
So, the students, they don't really have an assured or a very confident solution for all. But I feel they should be confident in themselves.
Yeah. Oh, completely.
I know it's not a full solution to everything, but personally I know I'm trying to kind of use myself as an example. I was once not so confident. I was not always the
Yeah, me too. Everybody goes through that, right?
Yes.
And yeah, I completely agree that it is a lack of confidence. Because, again, it's that judgment that makes you doubt yourself.
Yeah.
I remember, again, when I was a freshman here 5 years ago. But I was in this class, 200 plus people. I felt so alone. I had no friends. I had just moved from an island. And I was like, damn, I need to find somebody to smoke with. But and I used that 200 plus people class to find someone. But there's 200 students. How am I going to talk to a few of them? It was so scary, right? But there were these two occasions where I saw that my mindset shifted and it helped me, just continue my life. But there were these two guys who, walked out of that class and I was walking behind them And I don't know what I heard them talk about. Maybe I heard one of them mention a lighter or something, and I was like, that's my sign. That's my sign. But I was like, should I say something? No, like, so hesitant. I didn't say nothing. What happened? I was sad that evening because why? I was alone. But next class comes and I'm like, no, I gotta say something. Like, I gotta say something.
Oh,
And I'm
spirits.
walking behind them. And again, I'm going through those doubts of like, oh, should I? Should I not? Until I'm like, screw it. Like, put those doubts on the back of my head. They're not gonna help me. And I said something to them.
They ignored me.
They ignored me. I was like, maybe I should have had those doubts. Oh, but no. And then this is my confidence, and
Yes.
maybe whatever, it helped me. But I was like, hey, they didn't hear me, and I was like, hey, and I kicked one of their feet,
Okay.
and they turned around, and I was like, hey, like, hey, and one of them became my really good friend. And later that evening, we went out to like the Outback. And we met more people, and we cultivated a big ass group of friends that whole freshman year. And I was like, wow, if I had stayed in my doubts of, ooh, they're not gonna whatever, right? I wouldn't have made friends, and I wouldn't have met this other group of people that are now making me feel like, oh, like I do have a community.
Indeed.
And so it was a lot of trying to not let my doubts consume me and not second guessing myself, And I think that's what a lot of people do with judgment, right? They're the fear of being judged, the fear of shame, etc. These negative feelings that could help you, of like, oh, where do I need to grow or maybe develop my skills? But really staying in your doubts, it doesn't bring out good. Like, and I've had that with different things, like even doing my homework of, oh, I'm not a good writer. Who cares? And who's deciding that? I'm deciding that. But why am I deciding that for so many other people, right?
Yeah.
If I sit in my doubts, I'm going to let my doubts decide my life. And I don't want that. I want to decide my life, right? Because those doubts aren't even me. They're just fear.
Yeah. I love when you said, who cares? No one.
Yeah.
Like-
Everyone's in their own life. I promise you. Unfortunately, I'm not thinking about you. Unless you're my
love that.
bestie, I'm not thinking about you.
Because literally, we put so much attention into what people would think.
And they don't care. They
That
don't
no one
care.
is thinking about you.
literally, what's on my mind is my cat and what I'm going to have for dinner. Like, you don't fit nowhere in there.
Indeed.
So you do you.
Like, do you love you? Be you. Like, when I write a book, I'll put that in. Do you love you and be? Because that's the only way to actually have a real smile. You can fake it till you make it, but making it involves you actually realizing who you are when everyone's gone. Because at the end of the day, we all came one we shall go. Twins don't have identical fingerprints. They are different people entirely. They may have twin links. I've heard of twin links and the rest, but it doesn't mean they're the same person. They are different people in their own world. Like, have you ever mentally pictured yourself as a player in a game with other players? You don't care what other players are doing. You focus. you focus. you focus on your own game,
Yeah.
and you move in your own trajectory. You meet people along the way. You basically imbibe the spirit of smiling in them, and you move on your own paths.
Yeah.
People don't last forever. That's why you have to learn to have a lasting smile that lasts you through the times and trials of life. Because it's really important to, as you said, be you, and no one cares. Because people will laugh. Like, as I said initially, people have a way of putting their mouth in literally what doesn't overly concern them. That's human life.
That's me. That is also me.
That's actually human nature. Like, it's curiosity, right? We have the emotion of curiosity. Like, oh, what's the person? What's the person? But in the same sense, you as a person shouldn't be overly provoked, overly reactive to other people's opinions, not facts. Because
Yeah.
no one has facts on your life, excluding yourself.
Well, also, why are you giving the power to someone else? To, I mean, I think we talked about this before, but you know, like I've been out with friends, and I remember this one specific time where my friend and I went out to a bar, and mind you, we are both people of color, and this white guy at the bar just kept looking at my friend with a stink eye. And I'm like, whatever, like, let's just go sit down, mind our own. Like, this place is big, we can go have fun, whatever. And my friend's like, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? All bothered, which, I understand. Why would you want to be given the stink eye? But at the same time, irrelevant as person. Like, are we going to see them ever again? No, most likely not. I mean, it's Bellingham, maybe once more time, but.
Yeah.
But no, and it's like, why are you letting them decide how the rest of your night is going to go when you can just, I mean, not every occasion can you walk out of that situation or so, but you still have the power of making a decision.
Yeah.
And if you're allowing that decision to be, oh, what they're feeling about me is how I'm going to feel, then why go out? You're giving your autonomy away.
Exactly.
And I love my autonomy. You told me to do something, I'm going to ask, who are you? I'm going to ask, who are you? Because I will not be doing it unless it's my mom.
Very true. If it's my mom, no matter
Okay,
what.
okay, I guess I'll call.
I love my mom. Anyways, I feel people should be more autonomous. Like, you see, I'm literally learning new things. People should be more autonomous. And when you're more autonomous, you basically have more control, more decisive power over your lives.
Mm-hmm.
And that basically gives you, like, it basically drops, like,
Yeah.
there's like, it's like,
Back to the smile.
you have lost, like, all that, like, heavy, man, what would they say? What would they think? Who is looking at me? Who is not looking at me? You have lost all that.
Mm-hmm.
And you're basically back to smiling.
I'm
Like,
just chilling.
and chilling. You don't, as a human, you don't need all those excessive, intrusive thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
You need a few, but not all. Right?
Can I say something about
Yeah.
thoughts? Again, high school. Wow, I love high school. There was this one time where, again, struggling with being judged, right? Oh my gosh, I feel like I can't speak my mind, blah, 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 all this stuff. But what really helped me is, do you know the saying, oh, my train of thought, like, left, or, oh, I lost my train of thought, etc.? Why can't we have that same mentality for those doubts and negative thoughts that we have, right? That's a train of thought. Let it pass. That's not his stop. That's not the stop that you wanted to end in, right? So why are you letting it stop at your place if it's damaging you? Let that train pass. It's not for you, right? And so that really helped me out. These worries, this shame that I have, this judgment, it could have been previous people in my life that said something, and that train is trying to come in and stop, but I'm not going to let it. That stop is farther. It's not with me. And that helped me a lot. I mean, I definitely still have doubts today, but I think about them. Oh, and I think about them a lot.
Wow. I feel you need to teach psychology. Like,
Oh, I took those classes and I did not like them. They're too outdated.
you'll be a good professor, believe me. Like,
Oh, trust me, I would be.
You'd be a
But
very
it's just because I love to talk.
okay.
Yeah.
Professor Sophia.
Well, you do know Sophia means wisdom, so
Ooh.
I'm just letting it come out.
Amazing. Anyways, so smiling.
Mm-hmm.
Should it be forced? Should it be fully natural? Or should we both? Because we talk about fake it till you make it.
I was gonna say that kind of contradicts that.
I'm trying to look for like a middle ground between the two.
Mm-hmm.
In such a way, like, someone doesn't feel forced to smile, but at the same time, they have a smile to show.
Yeah. It is a fine line, and that's what I figured out. Everything in life is. You are always walking a fine line, right?
Yeah.
You can, if you go too far on one side or too far on the other, it may not work.
Yeah.
You always need balance. But I think what we forget as just humans is to be grateful. Grateful about life. I woke up another day.
Indeed.
Right? Like you said, you woke up. I was about to cheer because I'm like, yeah, like, you know. And so I think, you know, like, yes, fake it till you make it, but find what you're grateful for. And if you're not grateful for anything, then you need to go see a therapist.
Indeed.
But I think, you know, like, there are so many things that we can be grateful for, and I think people just put that aside so easily when that could be the reason why you're happy today. And that can be the reason why you got out of bed because, oh, I have friends. Or, oh, I get to take this class. And, you know, like, it's so easy to, like, oh, shoot, like, I have chores, I have this to do. Like, I did not want to do laundry today. And you know why? Because my washer fucking sucks.
Oof.
But you know what? I have a washer. I have a dryer in my house.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thankful for that. And so even though I'm very, very mad and annoyed, I'm still grateful that I get to wash my clothes and I don't get to pay for it elsewhere.
True.
Right? And so it's just shifting that view of your life, and I think that's what it is. Mindset is everything. Your mind is so powerful. And as you said, like, you can achieve anything that you set your mind to. You just gotta set it on there. And if you're doing it in a toxic positivity way, it might not help you.
Indeed.
So okay, and in leadership, that is oh shoot, but I'm forgetting what it's called. Anyway, there is a fixed mindset, and then the other one I forgot, but that's the positive one. A fixed mindset is when is it the right one? Okay, whoever is doing this or watching this, make sure you look it up after because I may not be speaking it right. But a fixed mindset, if I remember correct, is when you are looking at life and maybe forgetting that gratefulness, but you're like, oh, well, I can't do that. Oh, well, you know, if I were this, I could have done that. Or if I can achieve this, I can do that. Why should you like, by even just saying that, you're already letting yourself down. Oh, if I could, well, if I did this, you know, what ifs? Why what ifs? Just do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Set your mind to it. Create affirmations. I remember I was struggling with an essay. Oh my gosh, so much. And I was like, you know what? Let me write that. Let me write those affirmations. I'm great.
I
But,
I actually love the fact you said I
yeah, just do it.
Like
This
remove
is not a Nike commercial, by the way. We are not sponsored.
okay, just like remove the what if and say I will, I can do it. Don't say I will, say I can and I must do it. It basically makes your brain become like, let's do this shit, baby. We have what it takes.
Yeah, it's
Like,
encouragement.
It pushes you like, okay, I was watching a reel and the person was like, you should be your own motivation.
And that I agree.
And I feel that that's the only real way to like progressively move forward in work, to have a real, like, a main purpose in life, right? Finding your purpose means that you are your own person, like you are your own, like you don't need external motivation to do that thing that you love.
Maybe you need external inspiration.
Yes, inspiration can be external, not motivation. Motivation should be internal. It basically makes you every day wake up and do the work.
It's an igniter.
Yeah.
It's like a lighter in you.
The inspiration could just be like a bass bass to highlight it, not to bring it out. You should be able to actively, not should be able to, like, I know some people struggle with motivating themselves, like, but like try and cultivate the habit of being your own person and being a motivator to yourself. It makes your time better.
Oh, completely. Well, also, if you're placing, like your motivation or just if you're placing care or someone else's feelings and beliefs of you on a pedestal higher than what you believe, there's no guarantee that person is ever going to think of you as the greatest, right? And so I see so many people putting kind of this, and also this responsibility on other people, right? But that's just the fear of accountability of oneself. That's the fear of even failing. Like, I can't say that I'm not scared of failing. I am so petrified, right? But if I place those feelings on other people's beliefs of me, then I'm always going to be fucking scared, right? Cuz I'm not creating that tolerance in a way in of myself, right? Trial and error. Like, it's the best way that you can do life, because you're not going to be good at everything. And that's something I struggle with, but not to talk about that. But yeah, just putting everything on someone else, putting your hope, putting your motivation, your, like, your outlook on someone else, that's just giving them the responsibility. And again, it comes back to the autonomy. Why are you letting them have autonomy over how you feel, how you stay motivated, how you should go on in the world?
Yeah. So, you know, it pays more to highlight yourself in your own life with a very bright highlighter than highlighting another.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, when everyone is gone, there will only be you left. So there is no reason to highlight someone that won't be in the picture for life.
Yeah.
Because you have been with you since the day of your birth.
And ultimately, yeah, you go to sleep. Well, maybe other people who go to sleep with other people, right?
Yeah.
But you only have yourself. In moments of sadness, sure, you have your supportive community and whatnot, but who's dealing with it all? It's you, right? And so if you don't develop those skills of self-care, of emotional and social intelligence, then you're not going to be able to go through life in a way where you can actually see the results that you want.
Yeah. Because, like, purpose, work. These two, like, they fully coincide with each other, because having a work basically means that you have a purpose for being there. And basically, in life, you need a purpose to just continue. You need to have something actively at the back of your mind that you're working towards. You get me? So, basically, in this podcast, we tried to make sure you guys understand the emphasis laid behind smiling and living a fruitful
Genuine.
life. Thank you. A genuine life that highlights your passion, your purpose, and your work. Don't forget, this is,
Anna Sophia.
and I am Butter. And don't forget, keep on smiling. Till we meet again. Thank you very much.